Have you ever woken up and your portfolio's down 30% overnight? You thought you were buying the dip, but bam, the market drops harder than your grandma's Wi-Fi. But what if I told you it didn't have to be that way? Today I'm going to reveal how the pros track crypto money flow, the invisible force that predicts market moves before they even happen. Let's dive in, and by the end of this video, you at home there will never blindly hold through a crash again. Imagine for a second if the market is like a river. If capital flows in, prices rise. If money flows out, it sinks and decreases in price fast. So crypto money flow is the movement of capital between assets, exchanges, and wallets. It shows us what smart money is doing now before retail even blinks. Track the flow and you track the power. Miss the flow and you miss the exit. Ever seen this big red candles on huge volumes? That's not a dip, that's a dump. Selling pressure shows up when volume spikes during a dump and disappears when weak green candles bounces. Check the order book. If you see massive red wall of sell orders, that's resistance, and it telling you something. Sellers are ready to unload. So take a look at this chart here for a second. If you see here, I put a resistance line there and I put the support line there. Okay, that's an indicator to me, and I'll always put in selling orders at the resistance, because if we have something like that, a huge amount of red candles, I sell. That's just how I do things to stay consistent in the now. Okay, so you always track support and resistance lines whenever you see. So basic point of resistance is this track down there, it bounced up there, it bounced up there. Resistance is the amount where the price has problems to come above. Okay, and support is the same thing. Support is a place where it bounced down before it eventually bounce up. If it breaks below support, you sell. Okay, so always sell on the support levels, and that's just how I manage to stay consistent when doing crypto. And here's a really pro move. If whales are sending Bitcoin to exchanges, they're not just moving funds, they're prepping to sell. So you need to track different types of wallets to see what the wallets do when. You also have different types of indicators you can use: 50-day, 200-day moving averages. These are dynamic support zones. Price likes to bounce off them until it doesn't. You also have momentum radar indicators that I personally use. I've used them for a very long time and it works. I love the trend predictor and the one of the trading indicators there. I'm not 100% sure. Sniper V3 is one of my favorite indicators, and the momentum radar trend predictor. Trend predictor gives you an overall fast to see where the place is. Is this a good place to buy, or is it a good place to sell and get out? And if you don't want to use paid indicators, you can use Fibonacci levels, and the levels are as follows: 0, 3, 8, 2 and 0.5 and 0.618. These zones get respect. So most people online today, when they buy a crypto coin, they see it pump and they hold and they don't sell and it dumps. And most people panic sell. Smart traders don't. They set up traps like selling at the support line because it breaks through the support line, and then you lose even more if you haven't set those traps. Here's another great tip for you out there. If you are trading and the trade goes goes in plus, let's say you have 3% or 10% in plus, and you want to hold the trade, but you do not want to take profits yet, sell at put in a buy sell order at maybe 5% profit, because then you have moved the stop loss to 5% in plus, so you never lose a trade, a winning trade. So what you want to do when you are doing these trades is you want to have the sell price just below the support breakout zone, because if it goes to support and breaks through, you have a sell order right below there, okay? And that's just how things work with trading. You need to have, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but you need to have those selling orders in, and you need to set them right, like this. There are several tools out there you can use, like Glassnode, TradingView, etc. I will try to send instances when I see money flows of Bitcoin, money flows of Ethereum into exchanges. I will probably put them in my Telegram group. I try to share as much as I can. I work on this probably 12 hours a day here, so it's, if you're in crypto, you need to watch prices, you need to watch inflows, outflows, you need to watch if you notice or see Bitcoin flowing into the exchange or into the market of exchange, you need to take profits. That's just a matter of fact, because when they do those things, they are planning to sell. And if you are smart, you go in fast and you sell before they manage to sell. That's a pro tip there. If you made it this far, there's you at home there are not a bag holder anymore. You're a profit taker. Smash that like button if you found this video helpful and learned something new. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe, comment your thoughts, what you think and what tools you use in the comment section below. And most importantly, make sure you subscribe. And if you're sitting there at home trying to reach it in crypto, you will eventually win. Most importantly, make sure you subscribe, like this video and share this video with all of your wonderful friends. Have a great day. Take care.